Okay, October 13th, 9:59, 43 seconds. So if this closes above the opening range, 15-minute candle, we're going to go in 7 seconds. Algos should be flying. Okay, we're in. And we're done. That's it. Okay, so that was the plan. Last Friday, I freaked out because I was just getting frustrated because I blew a Tradeify account prop firm, even though I passed the challenge because of volatility and I was over leveraged. I had too many contracts. So technically, it said I hit the trailing drawdown, which always moves up, but I really did not. Anyways, so whole point of this video, starting fresh. We've got a lot of accounts that are doing well. This is my pro account. I had a pro plus account I was pulling money from using this simple, quick orb strategy. This just did $630 in 2 seconds. It's probably be a much bigger move for the day, but it's my alerts. So, and all of these were done with an algo. So I had 11 other prop firm accounts that just fired. My own, the Take Profit Trader does not allow algos. So I was able to do that. And let's just see how we did. I just had a really easy, quick trade, which is much needed after Friday, which I was way up on a prop firm account, like way up. Totally not solid trading fundamentals, gambling, and blew the account, which is probably in hindsight a good thing. Although I was very upset at the time because it just, every time I do that, it brings me back to the systems, the process, and just trusting my setup versus just trying to take profits as fast as you can with the prop firm challenges. So the question I want to answer today, here's my ongoing saga with the automation. Is my trading robot too slow? So I want to show you, I've been doing a lot of different tests, trying not to go crazy, sizing up. But this was a new setup I have been doing since Friday the 3rd. Very small size, MNQ micros, just to see if the slippage or entry price was too significant to make this worth it. It's actually 100% win rate. This is farther back. But for October, it's looking good. But every day should be the same, especially Friday through Friday. But as you can tell, they are not the same. So what I've been really trying to calculate is, I don't know if I really call it slippage or if it's entry difference from the robot to a manual ATM order, I guess is what they call it on Tradeify. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the recap today is I took one trade manually using, I guess they call it ATM. I call it a bracket order. This is not my take profit or stop. This is just to show you an example. So when you hit save and then hit buy or sell, it will then have a set take profit and stop. The difference with this is when you hit buy or sell, the take profit to, let's just say 200, 100, whatever the number is you choose based on your back test, that number doesn't move, and neither does it stop from your entry. So whatever the entry is, it's that distance away. Your take profits, let's say it's 100 ticks, 50 ticks, doesn't matter. It's usually 100 ticks. If in this case it's 252, a random number, the stop is 320. Whereas what is happening with the automation, I'm using Edgeful, which I've been a big fan of. I did a manual bracket order exactly how you saw, and there was zero slippage. My exact take profit was hit. Today's account right here was, I'll do a recap of all the trades to kind of give you an idea. 0.75 less profit. Okay, is that an acceptable amount? I would say yes, because really at the end of the day, Automation is going to allow me to trade when I don't have to be there. It's a convenience factor, and I can trade across many prop firms or different accounts. But let's see what happened. I don't think it actually matters if it's a prop firm or personal account. If they're all using Tradeify, I think they're all the same. So I could be wrong, but I don't think there is necessarily a difference. I think it's more of the entry timing versus slippage. So my funded futures, I have 5 accounts. Account 1, which is the account, I don't think that was the one that's about to get funded, but minus 11.5, which turned this into a losing trade, which is really something I'm trying to make sure if we're having a difference from the backtest completely, not only just a difference from entry and slippage, but if it turns a winner to a loser. So that's not a good start. Account 2, minus 8. Account 3, minus 1.5. So that's much closer. Account 4, minus 3 points. And account 5, minus 9.25. And we're on the orb on NQ. And really, today was not like a crazy volatile day. It wasn't an insane move, and it kept going. So really, I don't think slippage should exist, to be honest. So the total difference across 5 accounts was 33.25 points with an average of 6.65 points, which for me, that's brutal. I'm going to go over a couple more. So Tradeify is our first account was minus 5, still a winning trade. Second one was a positive, which is, I have not seen this often. Out of 10 accounts so far, this is the only one. Well, actually 11, 12 today. There's only one that was in our favor. So this is the biggest part of this, is if the difference of the entry is, let's say, 50% against you, 50% with you, okay, well, maybe it's a wash. But I have yet to see where I don't want to call it slippage. I'm going to call it the entry difference. The entry difference is better. Usually it's always worse. So this is one that was in our favor, so added 0.25. But you'll see account 3, minus 14.75, turn that into a loser. Account 4, minus 3. Account 5, minus 6. So that's a total difference of 28.5 points across 5 accounts, or an average of 5.7. The next one, funded futures, minus 3.5. So as you can see going over this, the automation and answering the question, is my trading robot too slow? If it's using this type of entry for my setup and my distance for my take profit and stop, I'm going to say yes. And what I'm really trying to answer is, what slippage or entry difference is considered acceptable for this convenience of automation? So do I have a number? I don't really know. I mean, I'd like to be as close as we can, but really, I would say 1 to 3 points max entry difference, unless the slippage, if you want to call it that, because if it goes in your favor half the time, then I'm not as concerned. So as of right now, I am concerned. So the question also I'm trying to answer is, do I need to simplify my prop accounts and even my one manual account, or one personal account, and just use one manual bracket order, just like I showed you before, ATM, whatever you call it, where you have a set take profit and a set stop, and you manually hit enter. It kind of seems crazy that I would need to physically do this to guarantee I lock in the take profit and stop targets I want. And I don't know if that's, and I keep thinking at the end of the day, when I look back at the, my Tradezella or my P&L for multiple months, it should be the same. But as of right now, it's almost every time. 1 out of 12 times, it's going against me, not in my favor. So today was a great day. As you can see in the first part of the video, easy trade, in and out. I have a pro account that I showed, which is not, I had a pro plus account that I blew up on Friday, which was stupid. But today would have been easy $600, $615. So now I'm just going to keep using my same entries and hopefully we can either change how the robot enters to either mimic a ATM order, which I call a bracket order. So if we can do it in this way, where the take profit and stop are the same distance no matter where the real entry is, then I would be so happy. I'd just let it run. I wouldn't have to check it. But until then, I am manually doing entries on my funded account. I'm going to still let this ride on my personal because today wasn't too bad, and just hope that there's a fix for the slippage. And I think it does come down to just the timing of the entry. Some of these I haven't gone as far as looking at the exact timing, but there can be up to a 9-second. Today was a much larger difference on some of these entries. And because your take profit and stop does not move, therefore that can take a winning trade and turn into a losing trade. So hopefully helpful if you guys are trying to go down the automation route. But at the end of the day, I have a setup that's looking really good. That's simple. That has the same. I can trade every day. Worst case scenario, I think, is I manually trade this. I just don't know how many prop firms. And maybe what I do is I only trade one prop firm and have a trade copier and just trade with more accounts. So go wider instead of having 3 different, I've got, who do I have? My funded futures. I have Tradeify and funding futures. And the reason I chose those 3 was I was testing the automation. So if automation turns out to have too much of a point difference, I can still use the backtesting features in there. But I have now gone to my own Pine script. So I'm hoping this robot can speed up or change how it's going, so it's working better in our favor. But I'm going to keep letting it ride, and we'll see what happens, guys. So talk soon. Let me know how you're trading. Let me know if you're using a robot or an algo, and if you're green this month. So appreciate you guys. Subscribe. Almost 500 subscribers. Trying to make these videos as helpful and real as possible. And this is what it is. Thank you.